So Google just announced 4 new phones, a new smartwatch, and its first ever item tracker, all in one event. And almost everything on that list costs more than it did last year. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's new and what it actually costs in the US and Canada, and the one feature everybody's talking about. Let's get into it. Let's start with the headline. 4 phones, Pixel 11, Pixel 11 Pro, Pixel 11 Pro XL, and Pixel 11 Pro Fold, all running Google's new Tensor G6 chip. And for the first time, every single one starts at 256 gigabytes. The old 128 gigabyte base model is gone. Here's what they cost. Pixel 11, $899 US, $1249 Canadian. Pixel 11 Pro, $1199 US, $1499 Canadian. Pixel 11 Pro XL, $1299 US, $1799 Canadian. And the Pixel Pro Fold, $1899 US, and up $100 from last year, and the Canadian, $24.99. On the camera side, the Pro models get a 50 megapixel main sensor with 48 megapixel ultra wide and telephoto lenses. And Google pushed the zoom ceiling all the way up to 120x. Buy a Pro model and you also get 6 months of Google AI Pro included. That Pro Fold price is rough, but Google actually did the work this time. It's nearly 10% lighter than last year's model. The bezels are the thinnest they've shipped on a Fold, and between a new crack-resistant back and a redesigned hinge, Google is claiming it's 3 times more durable than the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. So, which one do I actually think you should buy? I would go with the Pixel 11 Pro XL. Pre-orders are live right now, and they opened the second the event ended, and everything ships August 20th. So the Tensor G6. Every one of these phones is running on Tensor G6, and this is a bigger deal than a spec sheet makes it look. It's Google's first chip built on a 2 nanometer process, smarter, more efficient transistors across the board. And here's a number that actually matters: on-device AI. The Gemini Nano tasks that run right on your phone, no internet needed, is up to 3.5 times faster using up to 3.5 times less power. That's not a marginal bump. That's the difference between an AI feature that feels laggy and one that feels instant. This is the one nobody fully called. It's exclusive to the Pro line, Pixel 11 Pro, Pro XL, and Pro Fold, and it's called HiLight. Google built an actual RGB LED strip into the camera bar. Set your phone face down on a desk and it lights up. Different colors for calls from your favorite contacts, so you know who's calling without you flipping it over. It also pulses as a Gemini activity light, so you can tell at a glance when it's listening, thinking, or responding. Basically, Android just brought back the notification LED, a feature phones ditched almost a decade ago and built it straight back into the hardware, which I like. People are already comparing it to Nothing's Glyph interface, and that comparison isn't wrong. Google says messaging support is coming later, so this is clearly a version of something much bigger. So let's talk about the Pixel Watch 5. The watch got the same treatment as the phones, price ups, and gains incremental. The base 41mm Pixel Watch 5 is $399 US, $50 jump, or $550 Canadian. Under the hood is basically the same Snapdragon chip as last year, just an accelerated bin with a 12% CPU boost, 50% more RAM, and doubled storage. Real upgrades are on the health side. Blood pressure trend tracking, insulin resistance estimates, and breathing emergency detection are all new this year. There's also a Steph Curry special edition if you're into that. So let's talk about the Pixel tag. One thing people have been waiting for a while, well, Google's answer to that is the AirTag. And this is called the Pixel tag. $29 US, pill-shaped, with a removable coin cell battery and UWB support for precision finding. In Canada, it's $39.99 or $129.99 for a 4-pack, which lines up almost exactly with what Apple charges. It runs on Google's Find Hub network, so it'll work across the whole Android ecosystem, not just Pixel watches. One catch, it doesn't actually ship until November 11th, so everything else you just heard is out in a week and a half, and the tag is sitting on the shelf for 3 more months. AI stuff, quickly. A couple of software features worth a mention before we wrap up. Google showed off Gemini Omni, a new multimodal model that can rework video content in a completely different visual style, right from the phone. And Live Transcript now supports American Sign Language through the Pixel camera, translating sign language into text in real time. That one's a useful accessibility win for everybody. So here's a thread running through literally everything announced today. Prices went up almost across the board, and Google was upfront about why, right there on stage. There's an industry-wide memory chip shortage driving up component costs, and it's hitting every phone and wearable maker this year, not just Google. So does that justify it? Or is this the new normal? I don't know. Looks like prices are going up. So that's everything from the Made by Google 2026. 4 phones, a watch, a tracker, and the chip running all of it. If you want to grab any of these, links are down in the description. And if breakdowns like this are useful to you, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.